Hello, day 11 of 12 of the Global Good News Challenge for December 2023. What are you grateful for today? What are you grateful for today on day 11 of 12 of the Global Good News Challenge for December 2023? Let us know in the comments, what are you grateful for? That's what this challenge is all about, helping to share more gratitude and good news, to lift the energy on the planet consciously, to help reduce depression and suicide rates. And if you're sick of the negative news out there, this is a way you can make a difference. All the details on how to participate at any time within the month, you can start your 12-day challenge for December. Check out the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page, and pinned to the top you will see all the details on how to participate. Very simple challenge. Just share your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news at least. Now, you can share more things you're grateful for if you'd like to, and more good news. That is the minimum. And if you go to my link tree, you'll actually see that link in there. Here it is here, and look for this little smiley sunflower right here. Look for that on Facebook, and then look at the pinned post at the top. You'll see all the details on how to participate. We've been doing this since June 2020, every single month, and thank you to everyone who has participated right across the world. When you participate in this, you get free marketing as well. We share your video out to thousands of people, and you can win prizes, and you get added to a private Facebook group as well. So here is my challenge for today, and then after this I am going to share another way you can manifest your dreams. So we're up to number 11. I'm going to recap on the last 10, and I'll give you a brand new one today as well, on how you can manifest your dreams. 12 ways for December. Hi, I'm Alden Alternate, also known as the Media Queen. What I do is I help you be seen, heard, and known so you can make a bigger difference in the world, so you can build your profile, your influence, and your impact in the world. 3 things I'm grateful for today. So I'm grateful for my beautiful family, my parents particularly. I caught up with today. They came down from the Sunshine Coast to the Gold Coast, and we had some lovely time together. Monday is normally my day off, and it's time when I have some time out and make that time to enjoy with family, and to take some time out from the work that I normally do. As much as I love my work, it's also important sometimes to just get away from the computer for a bit and to enjoy nature and enjoy connections with people outside of cyberspace. And I'm grateful too for my health, particularly grateful after a jet ski accident on Saturday, where I smashed my shoulder and leg on the side of the jet ski. I'm very grateful I came through that, and I am feeling better today, although I am still quite stiff. I am incredibly grateful my body is still in one piece and intact, and hopefully it'll stay that way. And we never know what's going to happen right around the corner, and I think it's another reminder how fragile life is. I'm also grateful for everyone who participated in the Animal Action Day for Aussie Wildlife this year. We had an amazing event in November where we had phenomenal people, including the Seekers founder Keith Potger came to perform. We had Tyson Coleman, Alicia Malvine, Xanthi Lees. We had beautiful Rita Rose, who's here with us from Red Peacock Cosmetics, who came along as well from Sydney. Great to see you, Rita, another night owl like myself. And Lynn Santa was amazing from Storytelling Magic. She wrote a book called Swan Song, which is doing wonders as well. We had Jenny Abbott from Aussie Wildlife there speaking. We had Jill Pryor. We had Annie Burke she's an animal communicator from Brisbane. We had Sonali Jowry doing amazing stretching breathing exercises. We had Suzanne Bowles doing face painting and so much more. It was a fantastic day. Stalls, everyone who donated raffle prizes, thank you, thank you. We've raised about $3,000. This is our good news today. Raised about $3,000 for the cause, which is very, very exciting. Thank you so much. I'm sure it's going to make a massive difference for the beautiful grassroots charity in Nerang, Aussie Wildlife. Jenny does a phenomenal job there. She has no government funding, and she had last count, she had about 50 birds in her care, swans and owls and ducks and all kinds of different wildlife that all costs a lot of money to feed all these animals, to look after them and care for them and then release them into the wild. So every little bit helps. And of course, great awareness was raised through the whole campaign as well, out to people all over the world. And so grateful for everyone who is involved with that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. And in fact, everyone who's been involved with the last 16 years of Animal Action events too, I'm very grateful for you. We've had phenomenal performers over the years. We've had Herb Armstrong, who's Louis Armstrong's grandson. We've had Roger Davey from Vivace Entertainment has performed. We have Dean Vegas, the world's best Elvis impersonator, has performed, and so many others. Just phenomenal support from our performers and speakers and all the people that have got involved. Rita says Jenny is an absolutely incredible woman, and she is certainly an unbelievable lady. We had the Save Our Swans ladies there as well, handing out seed for the swans, which was really great. Just taking a sip of water. A little tickle in the throat just came on. Yes, Jenny is extraordinary. And she's been a wildlife carer actually for quite a while, and she started her own charity about a year ago and has just been doing a phenomenal job at her place in Nerang. So thank you. Oh dear, little tickle came along there. Thank you, thank you. That's our good news today. And the other good news is I saw an amazing movie today. And I want to talk about this because it's really kind of stuck with me. It was quite a powerful movie. And my favorite types of movies are movies based on a true story. And this particular movie, it was called Killers of the Flower Moon. Have you seen it? Killers of the Flower Moon. It's actually a Western crime drama film recently released. It was directed and co-produced by Martin Scorsese. It features Leonardo DiCaprio, Martin Scorsese's, of course, director. We've got Robert De Niro, Lily Gladstone, Jesse Plemons, and Brendan Fraser are some of the lead cast there. And what it refers to is the Reign of Terror, which was a period in which the Osage Native Americans were murdered for their oil-rich land. And the title is derived from the phrase flower moon, which refers to the full moon in May when flowers bloom in North America. Now, the movie drew its inspiration from a complex and disturbing true story, which took us back to 1920s Oklahoma, and it shined a spotlight on the crimes against the Osages and the FBI's work to restore justice. Looking up a bit of history, it said in the 21st century, it says the federally recognized Osage Nation had about 20,000 enrolled members, 6,780 of whom resided in the tribe's jurisdictional area. So it looks like around a third of them still live in that area now. And during the time of this reign of terror, there was about 24 deaths between 1921 and 1926 that were caused by the people in politics at the time, which were all linked in with the crime bosses. It's interesting, you know, how dirty politics can go way back. In fact, it does go way back, and it's still around to this day. It might not be so out there as it was back then, but gee, it was a fascinating movie. Went for nearly 3 hours. Very, very powerful, and lots of food for thought in that. And I tell you what, you watch a movie like that and you end up being so grateful that, sure, we have some stuff going on in the world now, but, when you look at that, it was those small towns and the stuff that went down there, it's really quite terrifying to think some of the atrocities that have happened over time. And I know, of course, there are always going to be dramas and things going on around the world that we can't necessarily control. However, what can we control? And I think now we're a lot more empowered with the information that we have to be able to make a bigger difference in many ways with the Great Awakening that is happening at this time. So that is exciting, that I think people nowadays are more empowered to come together, to unite, to create change. Rita says political parties and leaders still do the same sort of things today, but humans don't see it. Well, that's true, Rita, and of course, firsthand there, of course, that is correct. There are a lot of that still going on. That's true. We don't all see it. However, that is true. And I guess it's what we want to focus on. What you focus on grows. And at the same time, I think it's important, as soon as we are aware of this kind of information, when we know what is going on, it's important to speak up about it as much as possible, because I do think that everything happens for us, not to us. And if it's happened for you, if you've become aware of certain information, of dirty politics, etc., that it is important to speak up and to say something about it. Otherwise, you just become part of the problem if you don't speak up about it. How can you not speak up about it? And interestingly, in this movie, Killers of the Flower Moon, it was interesting that as the truth came out, that the main character, which is Leonardo DiCaprio, he started to become more liberated and free. However, at the end, when it came down to telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, it was interesting to see what happened right at the end there. And, I talked about in one of my previous Good News challenges, I think it was for the month of September, I uncovered lies and different types of lies, 9 different types of lies. I believe it was September. And in that, you'll see, white lies, lies by omission, all these different types of lies that I talked about, which was fascinating. And how often people in life lie to themselves or lie to others, whether it's a little lie, or whether it's not telling the whole truth, and the impact of that. It all has an impact. And sometimes, when you tell the whole truth, sometimes it's not necessarily what people want to hear. However, if you don't tell the whole truth, then you are in some way ripping yourself off, because you know that you haven't told the whole truth, right? So it's interesting just to notice for yourself, where are you not speaking your truth 100%, either to yourself or to others, and what is the impact on yourself or on others? The truth will set you free, absolutely. Not necessarily what people like, but it will set you free. Now, the other good news I have, which I just found out today as I went to download something off StreamYard, is that StreamYard now gives us the option not just to download the audio and the video, but also a transcript of our videos, which is really, really cool. I just noticed the beta version, and I've just checked actually over the transcript of one of my Good News challenges I just downloaded, and it's pretty accurate. It's actually really cool. So I love that about StreamYard. They keep bringing in new features. Now, I am on the highest plan. Of course, if you want to check it out, then check the link at the top of this video. If you want to test StreamYard out for yourself and have a play with it, there is a free version, and then there's a middle version for about $19 US a month, and that one you can stream to 3 platforms at once. I've got the top version at the moment, it's $39 US a month, and I go to 8 different places at once, which I love. I do a lot of live streaming. However, I started on the free plan and I worked my way up, so you may like to just check it out there. And if you do want to join up, let me know too, and I can send you a special code that will give you $10 US off an upgraded plan. So just PM me if you want that code, and I'll private message it back to you. Yes, Rita, the truth always comes out. So true. It always comes out in the end. It does. Yeah, fascinating that, isn't it? It's fascinating. The truth comes out in the end. Absolutely. And having a light conscience is very important, I believe. I think if you're carrying around lies, if you're carrying around deceit and nastiness, it will wear you down. It will wear you down whether you're conscious of it or not. And I do believe in karma. I think what goes around comes around. So treat others as you want to be treated, my friends. Okay, enough on that. So that's the Global Good News Challenge. That's an extended version of that today. And now I'm going to cover, as promised, I'm going to go through the 11 ways to manifest your dreams. 11 of the 12. Every day I've been revealing 8 different ones. So I'm going to recap now over the last ones we've mentioned. So we talked about clarifying your vision was the very first one. Second one, set smart goals. If you haven't set goals lately, maybe it's time to revisit that. Have some positive affirmations. Thinking positively, feeling positive, it makes the world of difference to how you do life. Number 4 is visualization. Having some strong visualizations of what you want to achieve, what sort of goals you want. And I do believe anything is possible when you put your mind to it and when you feel into it, and you can manifest things very powerfully when you're fully intentional with it. Number 5 is having a gratitude journal and sharing gratitude. And when you do a Global Good News Challenge, this is incredibly powerful to speak out gratitude. And for some people, you might just want to write out some things you're grateful for. And it's very powerful in the morning and at night. Number 6 is take inspired action. Of course, we all love the movie or the documentary, The Secret. However, it didn't talk about taking action. It's one thing to wish for what you want, and actually taking action on that makes the world a difference. Number 7 is surround yourself with positivity. And this includes positive people in your life, positive experiences. Who you hang out with makes a big difference in how you do life too. And sometimes these people are family that may not be so positive around you. And, you can always distance yourself with love. It doesn't mean, you dislike someone because they're negative. It's just about how do you want to do life for yourself. Do you want to, have a pity party with people, or do you want to, have a heightened experience of life? Do you want to feel elevated? Do you want to feel like you're fully embracing life? And I can tell you, I've had depression over the years. I've felt some really dark places in my life, and I've had 4 friends who've taken their own lives, which is part of why I do this Global Good News Challenge and why I keep standing for it, because I've worked in the media for 39 years in one way or another, been behind the scenes or worked in the media. And I've seen a hell of a lot of negativity in that time. I've seen a lot of hidden agendas at play, a lot of there's all sorts of stuff, a lot of dirty politics in media as well, and all sorts of things. And it can be a pretty harsh industry. And I'm grateful now that we have so much social media and different platforms to share our message, that we don't just rely on a few mainstream media channels anymore. So that was number 7, surround yourself with positivity. Number 8 is mindfulness and meditation. When was the last time you meditated? All successful people I know meditate, and usually it's first thing in the morning. I love meditating. It's a great way to calm my mind. I tend to have quite a busy mind as a journalist of many years, and I tend to have a high adrenaline lifestyle often. So for me, it's really important to make the time to either go to the beach or do yoga or just take some deep breaths, stretch my body out in the morning, really plan out my day. Those kind of things are really important. So mindfulness and meditation, being present, helps to reduce your stress, and it also increases your ability to achieve your goals and to focus on your goals when you're in a calm state. And one of the things I do is I play some beautiful relaxation music in the background when I'm working, and I find that makes me even more productive. And if you want to know the actual video that I listen to, then PM me and I'll send it to you if you want to know that relaxation video. It's actually linked in with the Pomodoro technique. So it's 25 minutes of focused attention on your work and then a 5-minute break, and it's all worked into this soundtrack, which is really cool. It goes for a few hours. It's a really great soundtrack. Let me know if you want a copy. I'll just pop a yes in the comments here and I'll get it to you. All right, next one, number 9, is to create a plan. And developing a clear plan with steps to achieve your goal can definitely give you a great roadmap to guide your actions. And they say very powerful as well, just before you go to bed, is actually to plan out what are the 3 main things you want to get done for the next day. And then that helps your subconscious mind bring it in even quicker the next day, so you have a clear plan to action. And then a great tip I heard the other day is don't put any social media on until you get one of those things done. Right? I know social media can be such a trap. In fact, I'd love to know from you, do you have a strict sort of guideline around how you do social media? Like, I know some people just do 10 minutes a day. Do you have boundaries around that? And if you do, what kind of boundaries do you have around your social media? How much time do you spend on social media a day? You might be quite shocked when you look into it, and particularly now with stories and reels, etc., that can be so distracting. And of course, TikTok, and you can really spend hours and hours and hours on social media. I'm sure half my day goes on social media, but then in the same token, I do it for business as well, right? I do marketing as part of what I do. However, I'm sure I could definitely, cut back my time on social media as well. As much as I love the cat videos, etc., right? I love watching the animal videos. I was just watching some dolphins fly through the air before. I thought that was just so cool. And, those things bring me joy. So for me, social media is a bit of fun as well. It's all about how you want to do life, right? So creating a plan is really important. Number 10 is learn and grow. Now, I am such a sponge for knowledge, I must say. I'm constantly educating myself in areas relevant to my goals in business, in life. I think any money that you put into yourself to educating yourself, I think, is really crucial. And having a growth mindset will definitely help fast track where you want to go in life as well. And always seeing challenges as opportunities for learning and improvement. What is the learning in any challenge that you have right now? And I think that, the quicker you can sort of dissect that and find what those benefits are, what are the things you can be grateful for from your current challenge or previous challenges, then the easier it will be to flow through that experience without being the victim of that experience. Okay, so learn and grow is number 10. Number 11 is embracing resilience. Now, having had that jet ski accident on Saturday, I certainly am feeling that one right now, and other challenges that can come and go. Now just getting that setbacks and challenges are a natural part of the journey. Okay, there will be some challenges. I don't think it's natural to think that it's going to be constant smooth sailing in life. I do believe it's like a roller coaster ride of life. I do believe we'll have our ups and downs and rounds, and sometimes we'll feel like we're going backwards, and sometimes we need to go backwards to go forwards, and just stop and slow down so we can speed up again later. I think that's really, really important. And developing resilience, using these setbacks as opportunities to learn and adjust your approach, can definitely lead to a lot more wisdom for you and a lot more flow in your daily life. So that's 11 of the 12 ways to manifest your dreams for December 2023. 12 ways to manifest your dreams. Tomorrow I will deliver number 12, and I'll bring it all together, the whole 12 ways to manifest your dreams. Thank you so much for joining me today. Rita says, I love those cat videos too, lol. Yes, we can definitely spend a lot of time there. And I saw some elephants, a whole herd of elephants walking across the road recently. It's so cool on social media. You feel like you kind of travel the whole world, and you're not leaving your computer, but we can see things from around the world that we just wouldn't normally see. So in some ways, it's quite remarkable what social media has enabled us to do. Rita says here, we have all had depression at some point in our life. Yes, well, the stats are 1 in 3 people have depression that we know about. However, I would agree, at all times, at some point, I'm sure everyone has had some feelings of depression. But if we just understand each other and listen to each other without being selfish, it makes a huge difference. So true, Rita. We're all not on the same dimensional path. Yes, that is true. We are on different paths, and at the same time, we're all one in some way, right? We're all human beings or spiritual beings having a human experience in some way, and definitely vibrating at different frequencies depending on how we do life, and on different dimensional paths too. Yes, we are. It's like we're on multiple planes on the one planet here. It's quite amazing. And Rita says, I am so resilient. I shock myself every day. You certainly are, Rita. You're absolutely amazing. And for you, of course, it's an hour before it's 4:30 in the morning. The sun will be coming up for you shortly. I'm sure it'll be time for bed. Usually when the sun comes up, it's time for bed, right, for some of us. So it's time for me to go to bed soon too. And I go with however I'm feeling in the moment, and I am on quite a high after seeing that movie. As disturbing as it was, in some ways it really made me think about life and about the people we trust. And sometimes the people you trust the most, the closest to you, sometimes can turn against you. I think we've all felt that at different times in life. But does that stop you trusting people? No, it doesn't generally, right? It doesn't. We still open up to other people, and I think you can't live your whole life living in fear and worrying about not trusting people. I think, it comes back to, for me, it's about the karma. If people are going to, do wrong by others, well, it'll come back. It'll come back. Good night, beautiful Rita. Good night, and God bless you too, beautiful lady. God bless you. Amazing Rita Rose from Red Peacock Cosmetics, and such a talented lady in so many ways. Hypnotist, she's a coach, she's an author, speaker, amazing lady. So grateful for you, Rita. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you to all those who are watching live or watching the replay now. Please let us know, what are you grateful for in the comments here today? What are you grateful for today? And have you seen the movie Killers of the Flower Moon? If you have, I'd love to know what you think of it too in the comments here. And thanks again to everyone who supported the Animal Action Day for Aussie Wildlife. I appreciate you so much. Our 17th annual event, raising awareness, appreciation and respect for all animals, and raising funds this year for Aussie Wildlife, fantastic charity in Nerang. Thank you so much once again for joining me. As Margaret Mead said, a small group of thoughtful people can change the world. In fact, it's the only thing that ever has. Blessings to you, sending you lots of love, and we'll see you again tomorrow for day 12 of 12 of the Global Good News Challenge. 12th of the 12th, 23, special day ahead. Look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.